Oh, these are different levels again. Or maybe I'm just taking a shortcut here. Ooh, elixir. I've never actually had an elixir this whole time. And a scarletite. Those are supposed to be used for your level 1 weapon to upgrade it to level 2. Huh. Well, that's an interesting find. How come I've never done this before? Okay, now I'm at the ground level here. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I already did take on the immortal, so I don't need to go there again. But I will keep using this Deceptisol. If I can actually go through it. I know you can like juke this guy too. Unless I can just like go the other way. Or maybe I probably just wasted it. Oh no. I didn't. Whoa. Okay. I'm just gonna go the other way around. Because this one looks easier. Let's see. Furious, Saz confronts Vanille, triggering the appearance of his eidolon Brynhildr, which he brings under control with Vanille's help. In his grief, Saz tries to shoot himself but is unable to do so, prompting the Psychom soldiers to take him and Vanille into custody. They are taken aboard the Pelimacia to be transported to Eden for a live execution. They were going to execute them on live feed. Yeah, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. I just have to get past this guy right here, which I think I did. Yeah. Let's go, Saz. During their imprisonment, Vanille reveals her origins to Saz. She and Fang became l'Cie to fight Cocoon during the War of Transgression, hundreds of years ago, and then entered crystal stasis on Pulse. 12 days before the Purge, they awoke in Cocoon, but Fang had lost her memory of their previous focus. Not wanting any more people to get hurt because of them, Vanille lied to also have lost her memory, and has been running from her fate ever since. Deeming themselves the enemies of Cocoon and their focus, thus to be linked to harming it. Fang had suggested the two of them to attack Kujata, a Falcine Uride gorge that provides electricity for Cocoon, to possibly recover their memories on their focus. Well, that really sidetracked. During the ruckus, Dodge had been made l'Cie and Vanille and Fang had got separated, and they have been searching for each other ever since. So that's why they're here. And that's how they entered Cocoon, too. Like Vanille we saw at the beginning of the game. Now, for this boss battle, doesn't really feel like a boss battle, but this is a very interesting enemy here. And he actually, like, has an interesting name to pronounce that I don't even want to say it. It starts with a WL. That's a very odd name to pronounce at the beginning. I'm just gonna buff everybody up and stuff like that. Oh, his mounting contempt here, it actually like disables some of your buffs and does like massive damage here. So yeah, he would have to like be constantly buffing yourself when he does that. Also, I could go in like a relentless assault here, but I'm just trying to be careful here. And also, this is actually another easy boss here. In fact, there is another guy like this one, but in like purple, and that one does a hell of a lot more damage than this guy. This guy is just like a warning. And there's not very much of these guys here. And he's dead. To the victor go the spoils. And that was only just trial 2 of whatever we're trying to do. I think we're just trying to get to the cradle. Alright. Yeah. And we actually don't even know what these guys are. Are they just like the guardians of the orphan's cradle? I'm just at the part where the group, the 4 people group, are planning an attack on Pelomacia to rescue Saz and Vanille. And yes, Saz didn't actually kill himself. He tried to, but couldn't do it. Under severe guilt. Yeah, they go and rescue them, and the gang goes up all together. Let's see. They face Gallant Dicely, who kills Jill and the entire bridge crew, dismissing the Lessee's assumption he is one of them. Dicely reveals his true form as the Fal'Cie Bartandalus, the true master of Cocoon and the Fal'Cie master of illusion. After suffering defeat at the hands of the Lessee, Bartandalus reveals the Lessee's focus is to become Ragnarok and destroy Orphan, the Fal'Cie that powers all the other Fal'Cie in Cocoon and holds it afloat over Pulse. Bartandalus claims Sarah's focus was to gather them to be made Lessee so that they could bring about Cocoon's destruction. A revelation that cripples Snow, Bartandalus departs, leaving behind his familiar Minerva, to serve as an airship for them to escape from the now sinking battlecruiser. The Lessee make their escape, avoiding pursuit from Yag Roche on board the Proudclad. That little thing that we saw back at Eden. Ending up inside the 5th arc, hidden underneath Eden. Fang and Vanille recall a legend concerning the purpose of the arcs, armories and training grounds for Lessee, and are surprised to find one in Cocoon. Yeah, this is the guy I was talking about just earlier. This guy is actually no joke. The other guy, however, I mean, I could try it just because I staggered them. Oh, Jesus. Did I actually stagger him? No I didn't, but... Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. He was gonna do a mounting contempt there. He was actually gonna do a contempt there, but... I actually killed him just in time. Holy smokes. Actually, now that I think about it, I think only just the Crystal Seath enemies are the ones that you have to be aware of, because they cast death. And look at me repeating myself once again. Alright. The Lassie's powers are fully awoken deeper inside the air. They come face to face with Cid Raines, who reveals himself as the Sanctum Lassie and how every action of the Lassie had been orchestrated by Bartandalus. He explains the fal'Cie desire Cocoon's destruction to summon the Maker, the creator of both fal'Cie and the world, so the world would be reborn. The Sanctum fal'Cie are built for the maintenance of Cocoon, and are thus unable to perform the deed themselves. Cid attacks the Lassie to stop them from destroying Cocoon, but is defeated and turns to Crystal despite defying his focus, puzzling everyone. Shaken by the turn of events, the Lassie reach a dead end. Snow decides to follow Cid's example and forget their focus and fulfill Sarah's final wish of saving Cocoon. While everyone else agrees, Fang turns on them, proclaiming that even though they might wish to save Cocoon, she would rather follow their focus to destroy it than see any of her friends become a Seath for defying it. Fang unwittingly summons Bahamut and brings it under her control while the others help. Reluctantly, discover a new path following Bahamut's taming and a Pulse and airship at the ends, which they use to travel through a portal leading to Grand Pulse. And this is like, I think that's like the end of chapter 10. So yeah, I'm reading this very fast. And by the way, there's another Jabberwocky and Bandersnatch just sitting here. But you can just like skip that part. Oh, I actually see another one of those W guys down there. And I take it that this guy down here, I can't really see him down there. The little floating thing that spawned at the beginning of this climb here, I think he's supposed to be a boss, but you can probably just like skip this for the time being. Yeah, you can definitely like skip it for the time being. But I'm pretty sure if I would see myself get stronger, I would probably just like try to take him on. I want to do my Crystarium, but I don't think I want to just yet, so I have to keep on going. Alright, let's see. Airship is attacked by a wild wyvern. They come to Grand Pulse. Hope gets his Eidolon Alexander. This is going to take us to another boss battle. Bring Hope back to the base camp, and Vanille suggests to go to Orba, her and Fang's hometown. Hope wakes up and tells them that he should remain behind because he would only slow everyone down. But his Eidolon Alexander is summoned and brought under his control. After Hope is given newfound strength, the Lassie come to believe the true purpose of the Eidolons is to give Lassie hope instead of freeing them through death. So it's like something to help out with. Oh, Jesus. Discovering a path to the Arclight's Steppe, the Lassie begin their journey to Orba. Along the way, Vanille claims she became Ragnarok during the War of Transgression, and cracked Cocoon's shell as her previous focus. While traversing the Mahabharata Subterra, Fang bluffs about remembering her past focus to coax a confession out of Vanille. Fang claims she was the one who became Ragnarok and scarred Cocoon. Vanille tries to deny it, but the shock from having her deepest lie exposed causes her Eidolon Hecatoncheir to appear. Confirming Fang's suspicions, Vanille and Fang defeat it, after which Vanille resolves to come to terms with her fate and stop running. I almost forgot what this guy was again. Oh, it's a Tiamat Exterminator. Or Eliminator, actually. This guy does a lot of ice moves, especially those ice grenades. And also, once again, just keep buffing yourself and then go into some diversity stuff And then once it's staggered, go to Cerberus. Also, I almost forgot that I think this guy is immune to Saboteur stuff. The Lassie traverse the remainder of the Malhabra mines and use the Fal'Cia Tomos to reach the Solaya Springs, where Vanille speculates Bartandulus lied to them about Sarah's focus, and that she had overcome her focus and turned to Crystal on her own will, like Sid had. Oh, I forgot he does that. He just, like, eliminates all of our, like... It just eliminated all of our, like, stat buffs and stuff through this laser rain. Yeah. His laser rain just... I guess it is kind of annoying. I'm just trying to haste myself, but it keeps happening. Alright, let's go to diversity again and take this guy out. No, don't do it again. Jesus. Woo. What was that? Come on, give us haste. Stop doing laser rain. For goodness sake. Oh shit, it's staggered. We gotta take him on. Take on the Blitz. See how much? Yeah, you can see how much damage that does too. I think that's like 5 hits. Let's see if we can actually, like, finish him off before his stagger is over. And just like that. And he's gone. And he's out of there. That was like one full stagger cycle. After, like, some serious buff-ups. Turn the crystal on her own will like Sid had. They reach Taizen's tower, a crumbling mechanical tower where the Fal'Cia Dahaka makes its home. Ah, yes. Should actually finish reading this first. I'm actually going to focus on this reading first. This is actually the point of no return here. There is a save point here, but as soon as you make your way through that area, there's no return. Like at this point too, you can actually now do whatever the hell you want. Even if you beat the game or not. But first, I'm going to have to finish reading this story. They reach Taizen's tower, the men hear him, they help them destroy the errant Fal'Cia and reach the top of the tower. Oh, okay. They ride a capsule down to the slopes of Orba. They find the village covered in a blanket of snow-like crystal dust and infested with Seath. At the end of a crumbling railway overpass, the Lassie are shocked to find Sarah waiting for them. But it's Bartandulus. The Fal'Cia explains the reason Cocoon was created. The Fal'Cia, desiring to summon the Maker, needed a sacrifice large enough to attract the Maker's attention, and that the deaths of Cocoon's inhabitants would cause a large enough disturbance in the great beyond for it to happen. And I think what that means is the unseen realm. And this is actually from another story in this game here that I didn't know existed. There's like more to this story than meets the eye here. So I'm gonna go back to it. The Lassie engaged Bartandalus in battle, determined to prevent this atrocity from being committed. After defeating him, Bartandalus gloats how the citizens of Cocoon are fighting among themselves now that the resurrected Cid has become the new Primarch, angering the cavalry for his supposed betrayal. He claims the cavalry is mounting an attack to destroy Orphan, under the belief it would free Cocoon from the Fal'Cie rule, and the Lassie have a choice: destroy Orphan themselves or let the people of Cocoon destroy it. He leaves behind another airship and returns to Cocoon to oversee the final stages of his plan. And I think that's where we actually left off before, from me trying to tell about the story here. So we made it to Eden. Both Yag Roche and Cid Raines kill themselves for not being on this planet anymore. Let's see. Oh, okay. The Lassie find an ancient record telling the War of Transgression's aftermath. The reason Fang hadn't destroyed Cocoon was because the goddess Etro, a deity whose worship was once prominent on Grand Pulse, and this is the translation to that sea stone after the Bartandalus battle. It intervened and turned her and Vanille to crystal before they could. Vanille and Fang's crystals were placed inside the Pulse Vestige to honor Anima, the Fal'Cie they had served. Bartandalus brought the Vestige into Cocoon so the two could finish the job when they awoke. The party decides to return to Cocoon and either save Orphan or die trying. And this is Eden under siege. Kills Cid Raines. The citizens take shelter at Eden Hall, where the Lassie spot crystal shards floating in the air. An illusion of Bartandalus appears, telling them the shards are the souls of the departed, and their presence signals the appearance of the Door of Souls and the Maker's inevitable return, and tells them he has their loved ones captive. The cavalry soldiers and Psychom's troopers in their vicinity turn into sacrifice Seath, the result of Bartandalus branding them Lassie without giving them a focus. Yeah. That happens, and then we confront Yag Roche, which he killed himself, and then we make it to Orphan's Cradle. And now here we are. But I guess I should explain what happens here. Yeah. Inside Orphan's Cradle, the Lassie discover the remainder of the cavalry soldiers have been converted to Seath, guided by the Fal'Cie Eden. They arrive at the Narthex, Orphan's resting place. Okay. I guess it was going way further into that. I guess they didn't even want to explain what was going on here in Orphan's Cradle, like those 3 statue goddesses that were leading us the way to here. But this is now where we are, right here. And I'm gonna have to excuse myself for a moment, so I'm gonna have to snap my fingers and see what is gonna go on in this bitch. Anyway, boop.